I am Sam. Sam.
When I look at my son, Sam, and I look at how he is trapped in his body, I think, how can Sal have a relationship with him? Sam is not the man that Sal fell in love with, and maybe he will not be that man again.
Our life and our relationship has changed completely. It's a horrible thing to say, but taking care of Sam is in a way like having a child. It would have been easy to walk away and start a new life, but I didn't want to. That's my person. That's the person that I'm meant to be with, and we're meant to do this together when we need each other.
Sal is totally committed to Sam. It's a love that is just so extraordinary.
We had all the way along researched every possible way to get Sam better. As a family, you do that. You sit on Google for hours, typing in every possible combination of words to find some sort of miracle drug or treatment that will bring your person back to you.
We learned about this drug and how it was doing wonders overseas. We read about people who had taken this tablet and within minutes were, from being vegetables, were talking and doing all sorts of things.
And it was like a light bulb. And I thought, Sam has to have this drug. But the doctors didn't want anything to do with it at all. They said it was risky.
It was almost like a last chance or a last hope we had. This miracle drug, this fantastic super medicine.
I remember the first time I met Sam. I was at uni and I was walking across the grounds and Sam was walking towards me and I just stood there in awe of this guy who was so handsome. He winked and that was it. I knew that was my person.
Here we are in our little tuk-tuk.
Sam had played the field a bit, but when she came along, we were convinced that she was the right person for him. And we fell in love with her too, I've got to tell you.
Oh, not yet, no!
I'm still shaking.
Well, Sam's entry into our life was a little bit like the human tsunami. He hit us like a fireball.
Wow, happy birthday, man.
Yeah, thanks, boys.
Excellent, Sam. Happy 21st.
Big 2-1.
Sweet.
Sam was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis when he was about 6 weeks old.
Oh, you bought my aunties, Mum. Good on you, dude. Let's go.
But he said, well, if I've got this thing, it's not going to stop me from doing anything I want to do. And that drove him.
Oh, that was sick. All right? That was awesome, mate.
Overconfident, very coggy. He was always keen to do better than everyone else. And he did.
Thanks, Joshy. Thanks again, Joshy. Mate, that was wicked. Thanks, bro.
Loved it.
We planned to get married on May 8th, 2010, which would have been our 4-year anniversary. And being a wedding planner, I was super organised and everything was pretty much done and dusted within the first 3 weeks.
We'd just been to the venue and finalised all the wedding plans, and Sal and Sam were so excited, and it was almost probably a week later that Sam had his accident.
On Valentine's Day 2010, Sam was playing in a charity soccer match for his work as an accountant. And it was about midday when I got a call from Sam saying he didn't feel too well. When I arrived at the soccer field, I was told that Sam had actually headed a ball and scored a goal. He very quickly vomited, quite excessively, to the point where he couldn't even walk to the toilet. And Sam was actually screaming at the top of his lungs. And he was rocking back and forward saying, "My head's going to explode, my head's going to explode," the whole time. And that's when we knew it was really serious.
When Sam first came in, he had a sudden loss of consciousness. Because he was so deeply unconscious, we were quite pessimistic about his outcome.
And I got on the phone to my dad and I actually couldn't even talk. I just cried because that's when I knew that it was really bad.
We were told that he'd had 2 massive strokes. It was like a grenade had gone off in his brain. They said all of the intellectual cortexes of the brain were total white, what they call infarcts, which is total damage. And they also said that the occipital part, which is the vision part, was also wiped out. And so we were told that the prognosis was that he wouldn't live, but that if he did, he would be a vegetable.
There were up to 9 or 10 different teams working on Sam's condition. What caused it, we still don't know. But I cannot believe that hitting a soccer ball could have created the damage to Sam's brain that eventuated in his strokes.
The doctors themselves didn't know why he made it through at times. They didn't know. They just said why he's holding on, why he's there, and we just said, it's Sam.
When Sam was in the deepest of comas, and the advice we had was, look, nothing will get through to him. My wife and I saw Sal go up to his bed one day, give him a kiss and a cuddle, looked up the monitor, and the blood pressure monitor spiked up, the heart rate monitor spiked up, and I think it was probably from that time on that we started getting more response from him.
To move your head over to where you can hear this noise. Move your head all the way over.
He took weeks and weeks to wake out of the coma. And then he slowly started to respond, but the responses were agonised.
Come on, Sam, put your head down. I want your head to touch the pillow and then you can stop.
And then after 45 days, he was able to move out of ICU.
Straighten those fingers out. That's it.
All the way.
More.
Come on.
Bit more, mate.
He could move his hand into a fist and open it again. He could lift his arm really slowly, but everything was a challenge.
Beautiful, mate. That's really, really, really good.
Well, we were worried about Sal on May the 8th. I knew that Sal, around that date, would be okay on the outside, but I wasn't too sure about her on the inside, as any bride would be on that day. I'm thinking that this is the day we would have got married.
I didn't cope very well at all, and I actually completely lost it. I'd say I probably had a nervous breakdown. But I picked myself up pretty quickly after that, dusted myself off, because what I was going through was nothing compared to what Sam was going through. Nothing at all. I initially took 4 months off work to be by Sam's side, and then reality set in and I had to go back to work because someone has to pay our mortgage. So that was a really tough time. Seeing someone standing there in a white wedding dress, ready to spend the rest of their life with their one person who was perfectly healthy, that was exceptionally difficult.
Okay, have some nice deep breaths.
The doctors continuously told us that he'd be brain damaged and said he'd never walk, he'd never breathe on his own, and I challenged it every step of the way.
Good job. That's excellent, Sam.
They were talking about sending him off to a nursing home. We were talking about having the opportunity to get some real therapy. We learnt about the brain injury unit at PA Hospital, and we finally won approval to get him there. It would have been in September.
This is day one of a new program.
We had some pretty dramatic recovery. He was walking.
You're walking, Sam.
Sal's not holding Sam, he's walking on his own. Totally.
I'm really hungry.
I'm really hungry.
And so he got to that stage by Christmas time, and it was pretty exciting.
Go, Sam. You're a show pony, aren't you?
But then it kind of stopped. There was very little progress beyond that, and it became frustrating for him. And I've got to admit it became frustrating for us too, because we all had expectations of him continuing to improve.
She walked into the hospital one day and the social worker pulled her aside and said, "Sally, don't get me wrong with what I'm going to say, but it is my job to tell you to not be afraid to walk away from Sam. You also have a life to live."
Day 212. Dear Sam, I started thinking, what would I do if this was it for the next 40, 50 years and he can't talk and we don't know 100% that he's in there? What am I going to do? Should I give up my hopes and dreams of having children and having a nice life? I should be pushing a pram, not a wheelchair. And then I started to think that Sam's going to be missing out on all those things as well, so why not miss out on all of them together? As long as we've got each other, it doesn't matter if we don't have a beautiful home and great careers or children. As long as we're together, that's all that matters.
We have always believed as a family and with Sal that Sam's brain is not nearly as damaged as they have told us many times. We're looking for the miracle cure. Let's face it, you're a parent, you're grasping.
Sal and I came across this sleeping tablet called Stillnox and how it was having a different reaction on brain injury victims to people simply wanting to sleep. We found that it had been first discovered with a brain injured patient in South Africa 10 years ago with a family member who was sick of the groaning one night and gave the person a Stillnox sleeping tablet just to try and, I suppose, shut them up. This is someone who'd been gone for years. Moments later, that person's talking and conversing and sounding quite intelligent. So we started talking to the doctors about it and we got a very negative view. They just couldn't see it helping Sam, and there's no doubt they were also a little bit risk averse too.
We found out it had a pretty bad reputation. A lot of people had some incidents of sleepwalking and harming themselves and other people while on the drug. So we were a little bit cautious, but we knew it was time to start taking some responsible risks in Sam's recovery. We needed a prescription for it, and none of the doctors would give us a prescription for Sam.
It simply became our mission to convince the doctors to give him a go. On the 13th of May, we brought him home. I don't think they saw any further prospects for him beyond that.
So I'm just going to take him to the toilet before I give him the drug.
After obsessive and constant nagging from Sal and Leslie and I, we got agreement to trial him on Stillnox about 3 weeks ago.
So this is the drug called Stillnox, which we used to give Sam, and it states on the back to give him 10 milligrams, which is one tablet. The first day we noticed a huge increase in his alertness, his responses when he moved, but no speech at all. And then after about 6 or 7 days, I thought, what's the point of not trying more? What's the worst that can happen? He's already had a stroke. What's the point of not trying a little bit more? So I gave him 15 milligrams. So I just make sure it's really nice and crushed well so it can go down the peg. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give Sam the drug. So it just like clips on. So we just put it in with a little bit of water and make sure it goes all the way down. So Sam's now had the drug and it's exactly 2 o'clock. And I sat there with great trepidation thinking this is going to go one of two ways. He's either going to be okay or it's not going to work and something terrible could happen. What do you want to eat? Weet-Bix. So over about 15 or 20 minutes I was watching him and slowly his face just started to relax. Come on, we can have a look at that. Biggest smile I've seen since he's been sick. And he'd giggle and laugh. He thinks it's very funny. I'm just a big feeding cow that comes along and just cooks all day, aren't I? And then he just started joining in our conversation. It was amazing.
Hi, mate. How are you? That's good. What have you been doing? Not much, eh? You've been having a bit of a sleep?
What are you doing, Sam?
I'm talking.
You are talking, aren't you? How do you feel?
Great.
You feel great, don't you?
I feel great.
What have you been thinking in your mind the whole time for 15 months that you couldn't talk? What was the one thing that you thought, if I can talk again, I'll say it?
I love you so much,
Oh, I love you too. One of the first things he said was, let's get married tomorrow. And I said, don't you think that's a little bit quick? And he said, okay, next week. On second thoughts, 2 weeks.
And what's it been like having Sally with you?
Unbelievable. She's my queen. Oh, Ohio Queen Sally. Ohio Queen Sally. I love you so much, baby.
I love you too.
It was fantastic. It made me smile on the inside. We had our Sammy back. He was still cheeky and he was still, having a go at everyone and having a laugh and he was in good spirits about it and he had a good attitude about it, which means he'll fight all the way to the end.
It's a miracle. For 15 months I was trapped in my body. I could not communicate verbally at all. And now I can.
The joy we felt was just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. I couldn't even start to express it.
I've been blank, I've been in a dark place.
And have you been wanting to talk that whole time,
Oh,
but the
yeah.
words just not coming out?
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Just that first day was enough to know that he's definitely in there and he's fine and he doesn't have brain damage like they've said all along. The muscles in his mouth are so tight that he can't chew without the drug.
I'm really excited about these days.
Do you want another one?
Yes, I love another one.
We get about an hour a day of clear, really solid vocal communication, and then it starts to wear off.
It's very difficult to comprehend the fact that I can talk now, and in an hour or so I won't be able to talk at all. It sucks, it really sucks.
The most frightening time of taking the still knocks is when it starts to wear off, because you can see Sam's face start to tighten up. You are better now. You've come.
You're getting better all the time.
His words start to slow down. They become very slurred, and he starts to panic. And he gets very emotional and upset because he doesn't want to lose the ability to talk. And he doesn't want to regress back into feeling trapped inside of his body. So it's painful. It's really painful to watch him go through that after about an hour every day. It's alright. It's alright. Just breathe.
It's very hard to say. It would be insane torture for him. It would be like being in a prison that he couldn't make noise from, couldn't move from, couldn't do anything. I think for him it would be torture. Yeah, absolute torture.
Can you use your words and not your signs? At the moment we are really searching the internet, just looking for someone that can help us. So we really have no guidance at all as to what we should be doing in regards to the drug, if it's safe to give over a long period of time, how much to give, how often. We'll do it all again tomorrow.
Can we have longer? Can we have 2 windows a day? Can we have 2 hours? Is it possible? How will it affect him? How is it affecting his brain?
Can you hear me, Sam?
Yes, I can.
Say hello to Wally, Sam. Hello.
Hello, Sam. That is absolutely wonderful to hear your voice.
Thankfully, given our lack of support here, we were lucky to find Dr. Wally Nell in South Africa.
It changed my life completely.
Now, this is the guy who pioneered the use of this drug for brain injury victims.
Life-changing.
Yes.
It was in fact his patient who first discovered the use of Stilnox by chance.
I've seen so many patients in my life through the years, I'd say 600 people all over the world now. I can really see it in your eyes from the time that you started taking the pill until now. You can see the sparkling eyes. It changes this person, not all of them. We have the results where we get nothing. But it changes that person in 20 minutes from what he was into what he is.
Over the last decade, basically, Dr. Wally Nell and I have been working on trying to figure out how this drug works. I'm a nuclear medicine physician by training, and what we do is we do brain SPECT scans. So this is before zolpidem, that's after zolpidem. Quite a clear change. In every brain injury, it seems you have a part of the brain which is destroyed and another part which is suppressed. And what Stilnox or zolpidem does, it reverses the suppressed part of the brain. The brain begins to work again. We published a clinical trial last year. 23 patients we isolated, and 10 of them showed a response between 10 and 20% improvement in their functioning, some up to 40%. This is, of course, a fairly small clinical trial. We would consider this as a pilot study, but I think we are getting there slowly but surely.
Generally in medicine, we try and practice evidence-based medicine. We will not institute things that we are not comfortable have been adequately tested, and from my understanding, Stilnox is still experimental, and it's fantastic that Sam has responded to it. And not for 1 minute would I suggest that Sam does or doesn't take it. It's out of my domain. I'm not a neurologist, but it is not in the domain of evidence-based practice yet.
Certainly a few years ago there was some concern about some of the adverse reactions to Stilnox when it was being used as a sleeping pill. I suspect that that's one of the reasons for reluctance to endorse the use of the medication widely.
Move in.
Having said that, I think it is exciting. Certainly if it was me who had the brain injury, I would want people to try whatever they could to try and help.
Rather than give him 15 milligrams at once, we might get hallucinations and we might get this drowsiness.
We're taking great care in monitoring the side effects of this.
It's only when we give him 15 milligrams in one that he'll start talking.
He sometimes gets a bit hyped, and Dr. Nell was very helpful in guiding us on that one.
Go slow, don't go and rush in there, please. What I saw on the Skype this morning, it can get very good. It can get very good to him. You observe it, note down what he does, and you get the right doses. He's responded, and he will not stop responding. There's no cut-off time for this. It's not like the film Awakening. There's no resistance building up against this. And Sam will get better.
Wally, we're all very grateful.
Thank you so much.
In talking with Wally Nell and also looking at Professor Klaus's research, we're hoping and aiming now for a very full recovery against all odds. That might seem unrealistic to some, but that's the way we are.
I try not to ask Sally too many deep questions that maybe she doesn't want to answer, but I did today. So I asked her, is 1 hour a day of Stilnox enough for you for the rest of your life, Sal? And she said, Mum, Sam lights a fire in my heart. Yes, it is.
I love you too. Okay. Sam's really excited to get married. So when he's a little bit more able to move around and talk freely, then we'll definitely get married.
Thank you everybody for continuing to support.
If this is the best it is, then we have a great life.
7 milligram dose of Stilnox, and we'll give it to him now, and he should just start talking better in about 15 to 20 minutes, you reckon, Sammy? You reckon?
At that time, the Stilnox was still working really well for him, whereas now it's kind of died off a little bit.
Absolutely hanging for it. I have a huge hit right here, right now. The Sam the man. There you go.
Over the time, as his body got used to it and metabolised it faster, he needed higher doses and the outcomes were less. So his speech wasn't as clear, his eyes didn't sparkle as much, and he would get incredibly frustrated that it wasn't working as much as it used to.
Hunchy. Very good. You did? You hunchied him. Why did you hunchie the doctor? He was what? Ignoring you. So you threw the shoe at him. And that's Sam the man. It has helped long term, but not to anywhere near the extent that we would have liked it to. It feels excellent. Excellent.
He's a great dog. He's your dog.
He's your dog, Sam.
As the years went on, I believe Sal hoped that Sam would come back fully. That the reality check is, no, he wasn't going to come back fully.
For me.
Would be
Frankie.
Frankie. What are you?
Started to itch on our conscience a bit. What's the point in 2 lives being destroyed? In fact, we struggled with that all the time, and so on conscience we raised it with Sal at one stage, and she wouldn't have a bar of it. She just said, no, I'm staying here for the long haul.
She suffered a stroke 3 years ago, which left this teacher barely able to walk or talk.
And then we saw a program about a new drug called etanercept.
One injection of a drug called etanercept,
which was being used successfully in stroke victims in the United States.
Oh my, hi.
She made a full miraculous recovery, and we thought, we've got to try this on Sam.
Woohoo! It worked! On me!
Yeah.
Once we saw that, I think we were on a plane within about a week and a half.
Sam's heart lifted, and Sal, we all got excited. We thought, oh, there's hope, there's something else.
What happened after the conversation?
Yeah, you're about to have it. Yeah, how happy are you, Sam? You've had to do a lot of walking this morning.
And did a series of etanercept injections, and we hope to see some pretty quick positive outcomes from that.
What do you think about that second shot, Sam? It will work. Let's hope so, eh?
Yeah, free hugs.
We were all convinced that Sam was starting to get some benefits from it, but Sam wasn't. He wanted the miracle outcome, the total cure or nothing at all, and so he was toxic.
And he was very depressed. He just fell into a pretty sad place, to be honest.
It came to a point where Sam's depression and his anger was so strong, and Sal was just totally flat. And it came to a parting of the ways at that time.
It was mutual. I was his carer more than I was his equal partner, which had frustrations for both of us. But he was also pushing me away a lot. I think he had big dreams for me to get married and have babies and do all those sorts of things. And as I did for myself, I wanted those things equally, and we knew it wasn't going to happen together, but we also didn't want to let go.
When the breakup occurred, I would say in some senses Sal struggled with it more than Sam did. He was racked with sadness for, I'd say, weeks. He came to terms with it. But Sal struggled with finding a way to actually move on with life.
It was really, really hard not to be with him every day. And I felt like I needed to just take myself away and process things. So I went away for, I think, 5 months. And it was very cathartic. And then I could come back and be in Sam's life in a more positive way.
I'll see you next week.
We caught up with her when she came back. She spoke to John and I and she said, look, I will always love Sam and I want to visit him every week. And we said, great.
Hey, Sam.
And so Sal continues to do that to this day and will continue to do it until Sam passes.
Hey.
Thank you. That's not very nice. You don't mean to say that to girls, Sammy.
I smell like roses.
The situation that we have just meant we couldn't be together. We still love each other incredibly, and I think that will always be there.
You smell like chocolate cake and ice cream. You're welcome.
About June 2015, she said, I'm going to Tasmania for a week. And I said, oh, Sal, that's lovely. And then she looked at me and then she decided to tell me, because I felt there was someone else in her life, but I wasn't sure, because you don't ask Sal, she tells you, which is fine. And she said, I'm getting engaged. I just gave her a big cuddle. I said, congratulations, I am so happy for you. And she just went, oh.
Phil is a very easygoing, patient, kind-hearted man. He knew right from the start that if he was going to date me, he also got Sam as well and Sam's family. So he got the whole package.
So we met Phil and Sam just looked at them. He went quiet and he just looked at both of them and said how good they looked together. And I just wanted to cry. I just thought that's the most beautiful thing he could say. It was just lovely.
Sam was amazing about the whole thing, which was an incredible blessing to have. We got married after 10 months of being together. Sam's really funny about it. He's great when he sees Phil, and he always jokes with him like, you stole my woman, and you, Phil. Maybe don't put that in there.
I'm
doing
excellently.
That's fantastic to hear. Would you like plum or vanilla custard today?
Sal's still here every week. She takes an active interest in all of his treatment programs. We love her.
Yeah.
No. Obviously, I'm incredibly happy now and I love where I'm at in my life, but it's also very hard to reconcile the feelings with myself that I had a responsibility to him and I had made promises to him. So I felt like I broke that, and I hate to break a promise. So I still feel very guilty about that.
Okay, I'm going now. See you later.
She's a fantastic individual who has tried really hard for my brother, and she will always continue to try because she loves him. And that's the way it is. So hats off to Sally Nielsen.
Sam's probably nearing the end of his journey.
That's my head. Can I keep my head, please?
He's 30 years old, but his lungs started to fail on him about a year ago because of his cystic fibrosis, which is a lung disease primarily.
Now, matey, you are in total control, okay? You pop this one on your mouth. You make sure, matey, now take a huge breath in. You ready?
He has very little oxygen going to his brain.
Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that little bit more.
He gets very anxious and he gets very hard to handle.
Last little bit and you'll let you off. Well done.
Very, very upset, and it's hard to see. It's hard to cope with.
Josh in charge of your treatment. Does that sound good?
You're terrified.
So Leslie and Josh and I sat down and we made a conscious decision to totally bring his caring to family. And so Josh took on 4 days a week. And what's happened with Joshy is that the most extraordinary vocation has come out. He's just the most wonderful carer.
The laughter is absolutely hilarious. The swearing is unbelievable. I've already apologised to the neighbours because their voices are loud and they're very tolerant and understanding. Josh brings joy and fun to Sam in a way that nobody else can.
Still works. Yeah. Freaking well. It still works freaking well.
Yeah.
So very, very well. And they're up, buddy. With the cheesy green. I'll swear and carry on like a pork chop. And I'll make him have a great time and make him smile as much as I possibly can because he ain't got much time left and I want him to feel as much joy as he can for the time he has. You think Joshua is...
excellent care.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Sam's life has value and has meaning. Every day you find something to make it positive. He fights. He tries his best.
If I have relief when my brother leaves this world, it'll be relief for him that his fight's over and he doesn't have to fight no more. Yeah. Not for us. No. It'll be relief for him. Yeah. Absolutely.